Where my girls at?
Spicy red, keep it locked in.
Where my girls at?
Keep on watching while the beat keep knocking.
Where my girls at?
You love the flow, it's the ladies' show.
Where my girls at? Yeah. Where my girls?
Everybody please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Claressa Shields blasts light-skinned women for hating on her. She began by addressing the negative comments she received about her looks. According to Shields, the majority of her haters are light-skinned women. She accused the trolls of having self-esteem issues and projecting them onto her. However, in a slow, weird fashion, she's been getting backlash from it. People have criticized her, saying she can't dress and needs a basic makeover. So, gurus, going back to the first video she made about light-skinned women hating on her, do you think it was too much?
It was like, what? Like, what are we talking about here? Girl, you just cannot dress. That's it. You're not ugly. You're not ugly. You're not none of that stuff. She's very beautiful. She's very all of that stuff. I'm sure she's intelligent and all the above. But you need a stylist. What happened? We not lying?
Yeah.
You just need a stylist.
Yeah.
You got it. You just need a stylist. Everybody need a little sprinkle. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
A little sprinkle. That's it.
Little adobo.
Exactly. A little flavor. You know?
I'm
That's
crying.
it. You can't do it by yourself.
Exactly. And it's interesting that she says that these people have self-esteem issues, but it's given that you do, because how you gonna make that generalization?
Exactly. I don't understand.
I was like,
I don't
how did you jump there?
Yeah, like I don't like, and that's the thing that I don't like when we call out things that are very accurate. They want to say we have self-esteem problems, we're delusional, we're crazy, we're this and we're that. We're just pointing out the obvious. I don't care if you was a regular mister on the street and I went to Joe Schmo I went to school with. Girl, you couldn't dress in school. What happened? You couldn't dress in school.
I feel like it's no, I don't want to step out of bounds because I'm a light-skinned lady, so I don't want to say something that's going to trigger her or anything. But like, it's not like she hasn't been nasty even before all the criticisms. Like, she's just nasty.
Like who is she?
Huh?
I didn't know her
before the Remy before the Remy Ma Papoose thing. I'd never heard of her before that. Obviously that situation brought her more to the forefront. But it's like you're nasty about everything. Like, you're getting criticism, because people like Remy. You know what I mean? But like, that comes with the territory. You're dating Papoose. You know what I mean? And he's trying to throw it in her face. So like it's like the Barbs, like the Bees, like all those girls, they're gonna come for you. So
everybody has.
You can't. She blaming it on colorism is a reach, stretch arm.
That's what I'm saying. The correlation is not there.
And then you had an afro with a little tulip or whatever you had in the side of your head, ma'am, with a sweatsuit on. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing.
Oh my God. Deb kills me.
I'm crying
every time. With the antics, girl. You know I gotta come with the antics. She needs to stop playing.
I love it.
Listen, I love the fro. It's nothing wrong with the fro, but the look, the ensemble together is not ensembling.
Yeah,
that's all we're saying.
Assembled.
Claressa Shields is a beautiful woman,
very beautiful.
But I think that the way in which maybe that she came across in that Instagram video is really too what people criticized as well.
She came off harsh. She was really harsh. She came off pretty harsh, and
she's always like that though. Like,
but I was gonna say that, like, if that's who you are, that's fine, that's cool. But don't have soft skin because you're with Papoose now. Like you said, people have a liking to Remy. I don't care either way how it goes. Man gonna choose what he want to be with. But listen, market off of this stuff, girl. Stop playing, people. Start marketing.
Well, that's what I think she's doing, because no press is bad press, So it's like,
but you ain't taking it in good
people are talking about her.
I was gonna say,
at least market. Like you and I both said, we never heard of her before this. Now we know about her because
It's cringy. This is cringy press. I don't know. Cringy marketing. I don't know what she doing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, that's what I'm saying. If people come up here and talk about, oh my God, you got two big front teeth, make me two big front teeth key rings, make me two big front teeth t-shirts, because I'm gonna be
Market,
front
monetize,
teeth.
exactly.
You feel what I'm saying?
Period. Period.
Call them all
Exactly.
in. Call them all in. Call them all in.
Right.
You got an
Yeah,
afro with a
what?
flower, girl, turn it into a t-shirt.
Period.
Yeah, Papoose
Come
had I think Papoose this week had a 30th birthday, I think.
You got
And
30?
That's
This
it.
is only 30.
30.
You
I
Yeah.
know
lying.
that's what I think I read, and
That's
I'm
not
like
I don't know
possible.
about
30.
30.
Oh no,
I'm
He
not
would have
old
no.
as
been
it.
he would have been freestyling at like 10 if he was 30.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
He can't
You gotta
possibly be
He
30.
40.
Well, he had a
not 30.
birthday party this week, and I think Clarissa, I think it was in New York City.
No, it was her birthday.
Oh, it was her birthday.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
turned 30.
Maybe it was
She's
her
30.
30th. Well, no, she
No,
isn't she
her
older than 30?
No, she just turned
no,
30.
she just turned 30. She's
Oh, okay. So it's her 30th. Okay.
yeah,
That's
but
okay.
he's a Pisces too. So
I
I'm
wasn't
mistaken. I
Papoose
think
because
today
I
is his birthday. Hers,
Yeah,
yeah,
it definitely wasn't fabulous.
yeah, hers is
yeah,
last
no.
week.
Because
Like
Papoose
what?
hairline says something different. So I
Even the way he
Right.
rhymes, even the way he rhymes is like this is not this
It's old
generation's
school,
rhyming.
yeah.
Yeah, it's old school rhymes.
And
Like
yeah. And he been out for
yeah.
way too
he
long.
been
Like
out,
only 30
child.
now.
Rewind my hands too.
Nothing.
Then if we on that type of
Hello.
time, rewind my hands.
Hello.
Okay,
Like
rewind
something
mine.
ain't right. Something.
Well, all right.
We
Oh
just flaming
boy.
Papoose right
Okay,
Now we OD.
Sorry.
you ain't gonna call our age out.
He been
Shoot,
doing his thing.
Exactly. You tried it.
what, sir? You round with
I'm
us.
more scared of Remy than Clarissa,
Right.
so I'm good.
Listen, right.
Yeah,
For real.
interesting enough, though, after that, those little words that they had, the beef kind of calmed down. It wasn't really, after that, it was somewhat silence out here,
I mean,
Well,
which
Yeah, I
is a
haven't
Remy
heard
good
it. I
came
thing.
out
haven't
with
heard
a
anything.
song.
yeah. What else
Oh
could be
boy.
said? You got your man.
Right.
You can have Kuda. Remy got her man too.
Exactly.
Ain't
This is
nothing else
still
left
so
to be said.
crazy to me. Like,
It
well, who told y'all to
do.
do
This
this?
is
Why
not
y'all
even
did that?
real.
It's
What?
not. Y'all messed everything up. Why y'all did
Yes,
that?
I
He had
agree.
so
I
much faith
love
in
them
them.
together.
So much.
Yeah,
Y'all need to apologize.
right.
Come to the
Mhm.
Make
front
it
and
manifest.
Right? They
apologize.
should.
They like, don't blame us.
Right.
Well, Guru's Kim Kardashian was also in the news this week. Kim Kardashian is scheduled to testify nearly 10 years after she was robbed at gunpoint in her Paris hotel
Huh?
during Fashion Week. The 44-year-old was robbed of over $10 million worth of jewelry, including a $4 million ring from Kim's then husband, Kanye West, on October 3rd, 2016, when five masked men broke into her room at the No Address Hotel in Paris. A lengthy investigation, whatever that word is, took place with over 17 people being thought to be connected to the crime, including the brother of the limo driver Kim had used while in Paris, at which time Kim also gave verbal testimony to Paris authorities in 2017. The case was finally ordered to trial with 12 people charged in 2021. Following the robbery, Kim, who had been gagged, tied up with cables and tape, and placed in her room bathtub during the incident, detailed just how traumatic it was for her. So, gurus, y'all remember this case from, what was it, 2016? 2017?
I cannot believe it's that long ago.
Right. That was literally 2 years ago in my mind.
It's given like during the pandemic or something. Like what?
Right, like 5 years ago. Like,
Right.
I remember she got robbed, but I don't remember the details of it. But that's probably because
yeah.
I tried to tune them out altogether. Like, oh,
They were
Kardashians.
really all over our screens around 2016. Like they were the talk of
Yeah.
around that
Everywhere.
time. And it was like,
Yeah, but
I remember the story, but why
Mm-hmm.
catching this again? Why what happened? Like,
Well, it was a lot of
Oh,
people
cause yeah.
was weighing in on that, and the way it went down, it sounded like it was fake at the time.
well,
Yeah, that's what everyone was saying.
Oh yeah, after they said it was staged at one point.
well, well, Like what we was talking about, marketing and oh, okay,
Right. Something had to be dropping around that time.
okay.
From the marketing
Something
queen
had to be
herself.
falling and crashing where they had to reach for something.
Yeah.
Something got to give. They need to be in the headlines again, guys.
Hey.
Spotlight.
Right, right.
Yeah, that incident was very strange.
Yes. They have calmed
Yeah, it
down
was
now. It's
very
awkward.
extreme.
I don't
mean,
get
it's a very serious situation. So like, I don't want to make fun of it
no,
because
not
I
at
don't
all.
like them.
No, no.
Yeah, not at
But
all.
but I'm just, I don't know. I think because of so many things that happen, like with them, it's almost kind of like you get to the point where you're just like,
Mhm.
you don't even feel bad anymore because
It's
you know,
like-
it's like, okay, well, you know, it happens. There's always something happening, and somehow they capitalize off of it. So when something real happens to them, it's kind of like you're like,
It's like Kim, people are
she
dying.
didn't die though, right?
So
But did she
Kim,
die?
people are dying when she lost her earring.
Right.
Kim, people are dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the earring.
But what's so strange about it is that their justice system is getting to this now. Like
This is what
Listen.
I'm saying. Why are we talking about this right now?
This is
Like,
ghetto, exactly.
this 17 people was charged in this thing.
Oh wow.
And we're talking about, I mean, this doesn't even make any sense to us over here. We're like, what kind of case is this?
It's ghetto. It's a ghetto case. Because how did it take y'all that long?
Too many
Like,
connections.
what were y'all doing?
Now it makes it seem as if it was set up.
Yeah. With who
12
they
people,
speculating it was.
yeah.
And, yep.
Whether it was set up for the good of
Plaudits.
her or for the good of them, it would still look like a setup.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And by the way, Pete Davidson was outside. And and he was asked about Kim Kardashian. Ironically enough, he was asked about. Do y'all think that relationship back at that time was real?
I feel like everything we
Real
talk about
dumb.
them is marketing. Marketing
Yeah.
again.
Or just something to do. Yeah, marketing, something to do.
I felt like
clicking.
that was a strange link up.
Very strange. Exactly.
What'd you say, Faye? What was it?
Nah,
I said I thought that was a strange link up, but it happened.
It
so.
was.
Very strange. I was
like, oh, okay.
That's
All
what
right.
we're doing. Okay.
Right. Like that's what we do. Okay,
Kudos to
cool.
you, girl.
Right.
It was like a media driven type of relationship.
That's my point. Like he needed the
Definitely.
publicity, especially I don't know if he was coming out of rehab around that time or what's going on, because I know he was heavy on the alcoholism thing. So I don't know if he needed that PR type of look, and what better person than a comedian, because he's gonna fry Kanye with his little comeback jokes, you know? Yeah.
Yep, you're right. And then it seemed like after that, 100%, it seemed like after that, he's been in like all these commercials. I see him all the time now. It hasn't stopped. So I'm like, okay, something played out.
But you know, like what Kim said about him, though.
What she said? He got low key, right?
Yeah,
what she said?
Got low.
She was saying,
She said
he
this.
was. No,
I'm
not
crying.
In comparison to Kanye,
I'm
Girl.
Let me stop.
I'm crying.
They're gonna come for me.
Okay, so to say that, then we have to automatically say, and I guess assume, that they had sex in this media-driven type of relationship.
Yeah, they admitted to that. They were.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they were talking about how he was staying at the house and how Northwest came in, not in the middle of anything or anything like that. I don't want to make it sound like that, but like that they had developed a kind of a relationship as well. Pete Davidson and Northwest, you know, in the whole relationship or whatever. But yeah, I think he was, you know, he would stay there sometimes. It was known that her mother was dating him.
Right. It was.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was all over everywhere.
But you know what? Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson, media-driven relationship, to me is the same thing that was true with Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. Because don't forget, that relationship dropped the way it dropped, and the media went crazy with it.
But that wasn't real. I felt like that was real.
That was real, I
You
thought.
think it? Yeah, I was gonna
I
say
think that was
maybe.
real.
But I
Yeah.
question the Pete Davidson, Kim
That
Kardashian.
was PR. Just like with the Lori Harvey and what's his name? I just say that they don't look like they hang in the same circles. So that's what didn't make
That's
it
what I
look
feel.
too
I feel like
believable.
it looked, I wouldn't say it looked inauthentic, like it wasn't a real relationship, but it looked like very awkward
Very
and
awkward.
like it was almost like you just know, no, you're like placing bets on how long, a couple of weeks, couple of
Yeah,
months, like
yeah,
how long is this gonna last?
Yeah.
You know?
Not to mention that relationship lasted a very short time too.
it did.
Very short.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Well, job got done, right?
They both got what they needed, probably.
Amen.
I can't.
You know?
She got Kanye off her back.
I think, yeah, I mean, that's basically, maybe, yeah, she needed that. You know what I mean?
I mean, either way, they ain't talking no more.
I really think that whole thing really damaged Kanye to the point why he's on Crash Out all the time, because I feel like it all sparked from that. Like Kanye always was peculiar, but like he crashed out after the whole Pete Davidson thing, and then it was like never came back up. He's still like all the way in the gutter. Like I don't get what he's trying to do.
I don't think he's gonna get checked out. I think he's
We
fine.
need to get that checked out. Oh.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna think. I don't.
Well, didn't he admit
He's
something?
fine. He's fine to him. He's gonna think that he's okay. Is what I'm saying. Yeah, he's not gonna get nothing checked out.
Yeah.
Nope, because this
You
is
may
his
see a
norm.
recent interview. He was in a black KKK outfit, saying that he does not like the Virgil Abloh. I don't know how to say his last.
Oh, I heard that.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Please.
I rest my case.
That's so.
I rest my case.
Well, Kanye, I think recently he admitted that he had problems ever since his mother passed. I mean, I think
he told us that before.
He said he had a mental
Said that
situation.
before too. Yeah.
Yeah, he told us that before, but what work you doing to fix this? You want to keep telling us that? Exactly. You cannot keep that.
But if you know you have a problem and you're not taking your medicine, then you're not trying to resolve the problem. You like feeding off of it as almost as if he wants to crash out so he could be a part of another news cycle.
We've reached a part in our show called your Q&A with the Lady Guru Show. And if you have a question that you would like answered, keep DMing the Lady Guru Show Instagram page, and we will try to get you a response. Okay, here it goes. I was with my girl for 6 years. On the 3rd year, we moved in together. Soon after we moved in together, she was pregnant. Sadly, she wasn't pregnant for long because after the first month, she miscarried. The day she miscarried, we were arguing because she was always jealous and went through my phone that day and thought she saw a text from another woman. I tried to explain it wasn't what she thought. She thought a female friend at work was flirting with me when she actually wasn't. I took her to the emergency room a few hours later, and the result was we lost our baby. After that day, she constantly blamed me. She eventually broke up with me and remained bitter, but to this day, I honestly still love her. Since then, I've talked to her a few times over the phone, and I still send messages through her brother. Since then, I've tried to date, but one of the girls I casually dated turned out to know my ex. When I found out, I stopped dating her. I know word is going to get back to my ex. How do I get my girl back?
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
Interesting.
I'm confused. So you stopped dating. You started dating somebody else, but then you stopped dating her because she knew your ex, and now you're like waiting for your ex to get. You broke up with her because your ex will find out, but your ex already.
She broke up with him.
Yeah, but I'm saying he broke up with the other girl, the new girl.
The new girl, yeah.
Because he was afraid that his ex was gonna find out or whatever. And it's like you're living your life to like not do things because you're afraid of the result from your ex. And I feel like that's not the direction you should go. Like you should live your life. Like if she's not reciprocating the energy that you want, it's like you have to find a way to move on and move forward, and don't like, mess up potential for, your for hopes of getting back together with your ex. Like, doesn't make sense to
Well,
me.
from what I'm looking at here, he never said how many times he dated this first particular woman. It wasn't like, I don't know if he was going with the girl, which was never stated.
Well, with the
You
first
mean
the
the one he
first
got
one that had
pregnant?
the miscarriage?
No, the new girl
Oh,
that
the
he
new girl.
started
Yeah,
Casual.
dating.
he said dated. He
Oh.
never said how long. Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe it was a
But
few times because it doesn't sound
but
like he
we,
found out initially that they knew each other.
Had to be a couple of times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably a
maybe
couple
found
of
out
times.
after a while.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, listen, I'm all
After
for that
conversation.
because I don't want to date my ex's friends. Or,
hey,
I find that out. Bye. I'm down.
yeah, but I
It's
mean, I'm
principle.
saying,
It's principle.
right. I'm just saying, like, for him to like base that on why he like stopped dating her was like for that woman that he's not with anymore. It's like you're starting a trend of doing things because you're afraid it might get to her,
Yeah.
or with the hopes
That's
of
what I'm
getting
taking
back to.
from it.
What I'm saying is live your life. I'm not like, yeah, I agree
Hmm.
with you, Ty. Like, you shouldn't be dating anybody who knows your ex or whatever. That's weird, right? Move on from that. But still, like, you don't want to make decisions based on the possibility you and your ex get back together. Like, you gotta live your
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
probably doing
That's
that.
what it sounds like.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. It definitely sounds like that. Yeah.
it
Hmm.
sounds like she really doesn't want him the way he wants
He
her.
wants
Hey,
her, yeah.
No,
chilling. She's
she
moved
it, she
on. She
sounds like
left.
she like after that happened, she's in a different mental state. Like you don't know what goes on with a woman mentally when they physically go through that. And she's blaming him because of all the, whatever was going on. Also, we ain't got no context. What did that friend from work actually say?
That's another thing.
You forgot that
Right.
part. Because we will
How
let you
deep
know
was
if it
that?
was
Yeah.
flirting or not.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean,
I would say the best
he,
answer to the question is like what Marcy said, you're just gonna have to live your life. And if it happens, it
Yeah.
happens. If it don't, it don't. You can't put your life on pause for other people. You
No.
can't. You may love them to death, but there's other people that you're gonna come across that probably will love you even more, or probably won't do
right.
that or
Don't
or
don't block your blessings from someone
right.
that's not even in church with you. Like,
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
and live your life.
It's a difference if she was talking to him and, giving him some hope
The
as
same
if,
energy, right?
right, you're not
Exactly.
getting any of that. She doesn't want anything to do with you. So she's blaming
Nope.
you for the loss. So you just might as well cut ties because if you do get back with her,
Yeah.
she's going to resent you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
exactly. It's not
100%.
gonna be sweet.
Hmm.
Exactly.
No, she don't sound like she's there. Like,
At
it
all.
sounds like she is gonna have to do whatever she has to do to heal from that.
Hmm.
So that she stops blaming him for that,
Mm.
to whatever extent she can. But
Yeah.
I don't know, buddy. It's
I
not
would say
looking
best
good
of
right
luck because
now.
I know it hurts when you really love somebody and
Hmm.
things move on and you weren't ready. It hurts, but you got to find things, find hobbies, find little things to do. Go out, have fun, find little drawing, painting.
Find community somewhere.
Something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something.
Hmm.
You will meet somebody else. This is not the end of the world. It may
Right.
feel like it,
Yeah.
it
Right.
ain't.
Y'all both need to do some healing, it
Yeah.
sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need
Probably
Jesus.
used to rejection. That's another thing
They
You
too.
need
know
Used
it.
to
Jesus.
rejection.
The
Yeah.
number one person y'all need. Go to
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
You
Mm-hmm.
He'll
know,
let you know if she's even coming back to you. He'll let you know.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
and just going back
Discernment.
to the situation which wasn't clear about the
Mm,
about
the message.
somebody texting him from the workplace. I mean, yeah, it's true that people sometime when you're dating, it could be somebody who is extra jealous.
Mm-hmm.
But it could have been a situation that maybe was a flirt that could have started into a situation. And how many times, or uh, um, maybe she's had to stop that before, or
I, I just don't understand why someone some female from your job needs your phone number. Like,
Why she texting you?
like,
What did the message say?
Right.
What y'all talking
it's
about?
like this
Right.
happened. This this exact scenario kind of happened with me and an ex. Like he was getting text messages from a female at his job. Meanwhile, like they had like a different app on their phone. The people at work would all use this certain app where they would communicate, because sometimes, someone is far away and they need to communicate like that. I understood them having that. But if you already have that, then why did you need, why did she need your phone number
Exactly.
too, when she could
Your
just message you through
supervisor,
this
I don't
app?
want to hear it.
Hello, y'all
Huh?
hours to speak are 9 to 5.
No,
That's
I
it.
said unless you're a supervisor, I don't want to hear it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like
Make it make sense.
I obviously I crashed out, but but I still don't know the truth about that situation at this point. I don't even care,
Yeah.
because
Right.
he's a memory, but still it was,
Because
I just don't
sometimes
understand
in
that.
these relationships, you find yourself being a goalie, if you will. Like, in other words, you're a goalie and people are taking shots on the goal, and you're trying to block everything that may come your way to get to the goal. So, I mean, some relationships do have this context to wherein you're constantly in a mode to wherein you have to save a shot or save from going into the goal. And if you have to do that, if you're constantly on a situation like, yo, who messing with my man, or who messing with my shorty, or you're on that type of time, that's not a good place neither.
Not at all. And to say she's always jealous, is she always jealous, or is she always put in these
Let's talk
situations?
about it. Because I'm sitting
That's
here
the
thinking
real
that
one.
everything that everybody is saying right now, he probably dodged the bullet and don't even know it. Like, let's talk about it.
Listen,
Shorty
there's
probably could have
that.
got you for child support, all of that, because she jealous, she this, she that.
Yep.
Get up to what it is, my brother. Count your blessings and keep it pushing. Okay. You may want her back. I'm pretty sure there's more out there.
Right.
See the positivity in it.
At this point, just call it a loss.
Yeah,
Like, it's a loss.
the
And
law.
then, like, how old was he? Do we know how old he is? Like, I don't know if he was like a younger gentleman or an older one, whatever.
No, just
But
said they were
like,
together for 6 years.
either way, like, you have your whole life ahead of you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why waste time with people who don't want to spend the time with you? You know,
That part.
I never would agree with that.
Period.
That part.
Gurus, before we get into our I believe it's fourth topic, I just wanted to point out that in an interview recently, Raven Simone talked about getting a breast reduction or lipo, I think it was, at the age of 15. And the person that was interviewing her, I believe it was Jason Lee, he said it was almost abusive. What did y'all think about that?
It's abusive. Like, why are you telling a child that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was
right?
too young to consent, so that
Exactly.
was definitely abusive. And if it was
Yeah.
something towards her field of work, that shouldn't be required
Mm-hmm.
I
at such a
innately
young
feel
age.
Yeah, I innately feel like they feel that that is kind of abusive, but like, we don't know the circumstances behind it. Was it a health risk? That's why, the doctor, because I've seen cases where people have gotten reductions because of issues with their backs, or issues, in their, just their physical being. So I've seen people get stuff done like that. So I don't know, what the reason, but if she's saying like it was forced by networks and stuff like that, then of course, like
That's how they
that's
get.
crazy. And did her
Yeah.
parents approve of it? Like, who has the last say at the end of the day?
The network.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, it definitely sound like an industry ask, and being that young and getting into it, and
Are
these
you
child
saying the
stars go through a
parents were
lot of
like,
stuff.
sure?
No, the parents are definitely not going to say sure. Who knows? But once again, your child is making trillions, or I mean, not trillions, but thousands of hundreds of thousands of dollars. What are you going to say? Oh, it's not. It's going to be okay. What's her name again? Raven. It's going to be okay, Raven. Just lay
Sorry.
down and just
What's her
take it.
name again? Yeah,
Yeah.
too young, too young.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
Unless
feel like
I mean,
like you
like, who
said,
is she
something was
exposing?
wrong.
But who is she exposing in that interview? Like the industry or her parents? Like, what was,
right.
because
Uh,
if she's kind of going hard for the industry, but like we all know at the end of the day, that's not happening if her parents say, no, that my daughter is 15 years old.
Yeah,
That's
she
not
ain't gonna
happening.
show up on nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not if they industry hungry. Not if they
if
industry
it's a
hungry.
if
They
it's a health risk, yeah, but it sounds like she regrets it in some sense
yeah.
because she's complaining about it. So I feel like whoever she is, trying to put on blast at this point, something should be done because she was not able to consent at such a young age. So
Right.
Because immediately after that, she spoke on her father.
Yeah.
How,
I think her father was one of the people that suggested her to get it. And it, her first
so
Ah,
somebody had to
one,
agree. Yeah.
ah.
always come out.
Mm-mm-mm.
Right. It
That's what I'm
always
saying. The
comes out.
parents, just like with Bow Wow, he was saying when things had died down with the whole industry stuff, when he was signed to Snoop and them, he was crying to come back home, and his mom was like, "No, just see what more can bring."
See,
He wanted
industry
to come back
hungry.
home and be with his
Yeah.
mom, and then after a
Industry
while
Yep.
of him
hungry.
calling every single day, she's like, "All right, come back." Like what?
Hmm
As soon
Exactly.
as I hear
Should
my
be
keyboard, come home,
right. Come home.
Exactly.
Exactly.
smoking. If I ain't there with you, let's go.
Right.
Like, let's get.
Like
Everybody don't operate like that.
no, because that's what they want. This and the fame.
Exactly. Exactly. That's it.
Especially if your kid sounds uncomfortable, like
It's
at
like you
least
don't
look
care how they
into it
feel. That's crazy. That
yeah, at least look into it. Like,
yeah, for real. Like don't
Come
even
on.
like you're not even hearing them out. That's like what?
yeah, don't dismiss
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
Seeing a dollar
That's
sign.
where the trauma comes.
Yeah.
Hmm
Yeah. And then they start taking the drugs and
hmm
you know.
Yep.
wow. Um, Fivio Foreign has been
Fabio
sitting.
Foreign.
Not
Fabio.
Fivio.
I'm like, who's Fivio?
You know we gonna get you.
Yeah.
um, Fabio Foreign has been sitting behind bars for months after allegedly threatening a woman with a gun.
Mhm.
According to TMZ, the Bronx rapper was jailed in January of the alleged incident. But his attorney Adam Lusberg expects the case to be thrown out and his client to be freed. Fabio, real name Maxie Riles, is accused of pointing a gun at a woman after she asked for help jump-starting her car in New Jersey on New Year's Eve. According to police reports, the 34-year-old rapper warned the woman while aiming the gun at her, "If I see you parked in front of this building again, there is going to be a effing problem." Cops were called and there was witnesses to the incident who were able to easily identify Fabio. The Big Drip hitmaker was also caught on surveillance footage from a nearby apartment complex, corroborating the alleged victim's story. So, gurus, can you make this make sense?
First of all, is his name Maxine? That's what you said?
I said
That's what
Maxine.
you
I have
said
to
for
listen again.
real?
It said Maxine.
Listen,
It's
listen, I
not
was trying to be
possible.
Don't
serious,
worry.
Ty. I was
I
trying to
said
be serious.
Maxine.
No, he not serious with that name. It's
Maxie
not
I was trying to
possible.
be
Riles.
serious. But when he said the
Maxine?
name, Debbie made a face
Maxine.
that I almost fell out.
Maxine.
That's not possible.
Yeah, it's Maxie Riles. They
Maxine?
probably Max.
Debbie, do it again. Do it again. She went like,
Right. Yeah.
Because I'm hearing Maxine with an
The
N and
Bill
I'm just
Cosby on them.
confused. All right, well,
yeah,
if it's
let's
not
be
Maxine, I
serious
guess.
here, right? So, but
Mm.
yeah, I forgot what the question was. What was the
I
question?
would say that I get that rappers, they usually get threatened and, people, you can set them up in some cases. So I get that he probably felt threatened in the moment, especially like on a holiday like New Year's Eve, like things are usually crazy around that time. But that definitely, definitely doesn't give him the right to,
I need
put
more.
a gun or,
More
in someone's
context. Yeah,
face.
what was
Yeah, yeah, definitely more
what was the
context because
conversation?
Don't park
something had
here.
to trigger you to want to pull out a
Exactly.
gun And do
Unless you're
that.
doing a
the
lot.
mayor of the city, don't park here. Like, even if you're the
Right.
mayor, like the
Yeah.
president with secret security, like, why are you doing this?
Exactly. What
So
was
so
it?
this
Yeah, there's
this
no
woman
point.
asked for a jump. Going
No
back,
way.
accused of pointing a gun at a woman after she asked for help jump starting her car in New Jersey on New Year's Eve.
Ain't no way.
Something missing.
His brain
Something. 'Cause
cells.
yeah, that's exactly what's going on
That's
here.
what's
Because
missing.
how did you
Yeah.
get there? How did we get there? Maxine, make it make
Yeah,
sense.
for real. What's the problem? Well, he learning now. 4 months
Yeah, because
now. About to get.
we can't help you. We
I
can't
mean,
help
he
you.
can't help him either.
Yeah, it's nothing we could really like tell him in that case.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
needs
like
to
That
this
help.
sounds
was,
left. You went way left. Or what?
yeah.
I don't
This was
understand.
way, and you did that in front of a whole bunch of people who was going
Who
to be
know
called
you?
in the court to testify against you.
They think they're untouchable because they have the fame and the money. And that's where
Right.
you're sadly mistaken. You're just like a regular of us, rest of us,
Mm-hmm.
just got a little bit more fame and a notoriety and a little cash in your pocket. You're not you
Right.
especially our color, you already know what time it is. Go sit down
Mm-hmm.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Please go and
He
sit
just
down.
showed. He showed his behind because
Black,
I'm just,
brown,
it's not,
Spanish, sit down.
yeah,
It's
We
it's
are
not
number
making
one
sense.
target, sit
definitely,
down.
Yep. It's not
Yeah,
making sense.
I
Something
agree.
missing.
And what also is a situation is that I'm sure now it doesn't say what happened in court, but did the judge allow him a bail? And if he did allow him a bail, I think maybe apparently he didn't have the money to put
Ain't
up
no
to get
way.
out.
Ain't no way.
Uh,
Ain't no way. You had
uh,
the guts and the galls to do all of that. You should have had the money to get out.
exactly.
Ain't no way.
Exactly.
Like what?
yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
why is this going to be tossed out? Like, why is this something to just toss out? I'm not understanding. Why you think they're going to
She
toss
ain't
this
die.
case out?
Because she ain't die.
I can't. Y'all try.
Like
But
that's all
did
they're
she
really
die?
waiting for. Like
Honestly.
restraining orders is just a paper. You do all
Mm-hmm.
it's oh, it doesn't matter. Oh well, please, I'm scared for my life. And then when you actually die, oh man.
Right. Like,
Unless
why they
there
do it?
unless there are things that wasn't published in this article.
Has to
That
be.
could
It
be
has
he
to
Yeah,
put you
be.
yeah,
in context
definitely
other than just
missing
to
stuff.
jump only and pull out my gun. That's
No.
crazy work.
Exactly. It sounds like
Documents
somebody you
anything.
know knew something happened.
Or she was a
There's
friend
more.
of a friend and now her car broke down. You
Something.
probably had an argument upstairs in the house and you like, man, I ain't helping you. Go tell you to
Exactly.
help you.
It is something. Hello.
And
Something's missing.
it also he I mean, I hope he wasn't, trying to show out and like show
That's
that
what
he
I'm
was gangster.
saying. This is my point. What's
Sir.
going on?
Yeah, that would be the wrong
Sir.
moment, even if,
That's what
like,
I'm saying.
what are you trying to prove?
Please,
It's
sir.
Who?
weird.
Who?
Please.
Yeah,
No one cares, sir.
Please. Please.
Mm-mm-mm.
Please.
well, I don't know. Deb, you want to go to LGS News?
Yeah, I don't see my introduction here, so in case you missed it or you just don't know what the hell is going on,
This is the
this
Lady
is the
Guru Show
Lady Guru
for
Show
you.
news for you. Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl, I don't know what number that is, halftime performance on February the 9th in New Orleans has sparked controversy, leading to 125 complaints filed with Federal Communication Commission. That was a lot of C's there. Communication Commission, the show, which attracted record-breaking 133.5 million viewers, featured several elements that drew public criticism. A significant portion of the complaints centered around Lamar's performance of Not Like Us, a diss track aimed at a fellow rapper Drake. Although Lamar omitted the most contentious lyrics during the live show, viewers expressed concerns over the song's inclusion. Additionally, the presence of tennis legend Serena Williams, who made a brief cameo and performed a dance move associated with gang culture,
Here we go.
led to accusations of promoting gang affiliation. Lord, this is real life. Some viewers also took issue with perceived anti-American themes in the performance. Complaints highlighted the use of a split American flag visual and a predominance of Black performers, which some interpret as divisive.
Man.
Oh, okay. So when we talk about the problems, it's the problem, but the actual problems are the problem. Okay, got it.
And
y'all can point out all of that, but y'all don't see the actual problem. Okay. Cool.
No,
cool.
We called it out.
Got it.
In other news,
Really?
Garcelle Bouveau has announced that she will be leaving the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let me start that over. Garcelle Bouveau has announced that she will be leaving the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. After being on the show for 5 years, the actress said that she will not be returning after season 14. Bouveau made the shocking announcement in a video she shared on her Instagram. This news was all over the internet, but why is this news?
Yeah, like, you know, I mean, she rolled this thing out like it was some sort of a, you know, some big thing. Like, I'm making an announcement. Like,
well, you know why? I don't be watching Beverly Hills, but I saw a clip, and I think it's because it was a big blow up towards the reunion of the show. She walked off set on the reunion. So I think that was the reason why she made her exit plan and making this a big deal, because the reunion didn't air yet. So she walked off set on the reunion. She pulled the Mia from the Housewives. So she walked off the set. She's like, I don't want to do this. And now she's saying her grand final. From the clips that I've seen from the show, they ain't in support of her. They ain't in support of her like that. I mean, maybe with the new billionaire that's on the team, they can't try to pull that fast one, because Shorty got a lot of credentials.
That's right, because Fancy was a big deal. Tell them, Fancy.
Yeah, Fancy is a big deal. The new lady has a lot of credentials. She worked with a lot of top. You know, so let's see. Let's see. They probably, Garcelle, I feel like she's more so of a laid back type of gal. She's not like put into the fire like that. It's like, if you put me into the fire, we're gonna try to, you know, let's out it a little, you know, guys. You know, we need a Nene. We want some fire. You know, that's what the TV people, the ratings, that's all they don't want you to fight with your hands. They want you to fight with your words. So if you're not giving the delivery with your words, you're boring. That's how they figured it up. That's how they conjured it up. I'm just, sorry. In other news, renowned gospel artist Marvin Sapp.
Now we got to talk about this on a Sunday, right?
Not on God's day.
Come on, please, sir.
Let me run that back. In other news, renowned gospel artist Marvin Sapp is responding to criticism over a resurfaced clip that shows him telling the church ushers to close the doors while asking for donations in what some may say was an overly aggressive move. The controversy stems from a viral video in which Sapp speaks in front of the congregation at the 109th Pentecostal Assemblies in Baltimore, Maryland. In the video, he called on the churchgoers in the building and those watching online to help raise $40,000 by giving $20 each. Ushers closed the door. Praise them in advance. Singer said repeatedly, $1,000. No, I'm sorry. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and it's 1,000 watching online. It's small seed, just very small. Additionally, he asked preachers standing beside him to give $100 contribution. Giving is worship, he said. Sapp is responding to criticism over the hard sell, arguing that it's been taken out of context.
Excuse me, sir. You are talking about, you're digging in my pocket heavy right now. In public, what if I don't have $100?
That was my gas ride, sir. Praise the Lord.
He tried
Yo,
it
but you know
on
what?
every
Check
single
this out.
level.
On a serious note, though, do y'all think that sometimes, like, when pastors ask for, and I know, we're not trying to lump all the pastors in one basket here or whatever. But do you think that sometimes it could be a little bit too much the way, they're asking?
Yeah, because it's wrong.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
I
was
don't know
about to
how he
say,
could say, yeah, it's taken out of context. The context was
Yeah.
wrong. Like you were wrong. Like that's not how you do it. It's just not. That none of that was cool. None of it. Not
I'm
none
gonna
of it.
find out this ain't his first time.
See?
If you drive a couple of cars and you have a house is so big and you drive private jets and stuff like that, and the congregation isn't making it, but you're supposed to be serving the people, then give something up. Like make it happen. You know what I mean? Like you give to your church instead of always having, the people, pay for everything. But it does cost a lot of money to run a church. It does cost a lot of money to keep the doors open and the lights on and all of that stuff. So like, like he was speaking on that term, but I still kind of I'm torn on this one.
When you go to see Beyonce, she ain't forcing you to buy her tickets. You're willingly spending your life savings on her tickets.
Yeah.
She's not begging nobody to do nothing. When you go to a Beyonce concert, you're gonna see Beyonce. We came to
Hmm.
church, we came to see the Lord. We ain't come to see Marvin Sapp.
Exactly. You made it about you, sir.
Well,
That's a
some
good point.
people do come to see, the celebrity
Well,
pastor.
of
You know what I
course.
mean?
That's the problem.
And
But
that's
that's the
what the first
problem. That's
TikTok
They want to
why.
be a part
did,
of that.
Mhm.
that he
Yeah.
No,
held
they
hostage the
and
first time.
they
Exactly.
there for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why he's able to do that stuff because you lead in the blind and all of y'all
Hmm.
blind and y'all the cycle just continues.
Hmm.
It's the
Yeah.
This is the problem.
dramatics of it. It's the dramatics, man. Like, if churches, if you gotta, to have a church, you gotta have money there. So I mean, they gotta talk to people like they people. Don't talk to people with the dramatics and all of this different
Yeah,
stuff and pressuring people and all this stuff.
But the
It
fact that
takes
it's
exactly.
people out the
2025,
zone.
what? Give me
Yeah.
Yeah.
$20.
Yeah. Who are
Yeah.
you talking to?
And an
Yeah.
empath will go crazy because they'll feel bad.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
like, what are you talking
I ain't
about?
gonna
And you
hold
know
you. I came
what?
to church with $5. So you got Zelle?
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no ATM in here. I don't do ATM.
Sacrificial offering.
Yeah, it's just, and it sucks because like he's who he is and he's on such a big platform and like this
Yes.
is the problem. This is the problem. This
Yeah,
is you turning
that's
people away just like this. But also it's like the church and money is always a topic that is iffy. And obviously y'all not even talking about it properly. That's why this kind of stuff is happening
Hmm.
in the
That's
first
right.
place.
When inflation is this high too, come on, man.
I'm crying. He tried
Listen
it.
now.
Ed's is
Yeah.
crazy. Well, I think Ed's
He
looked at
tried
it.
it.
You know,
No.
but
Not
Well,
cool.
you want me to sum it up? We
yeah,
done?
yeah.
Okay. Well, that was in case you were busy or you just don't know what the hell's going on. Lady Guru Show news for you.
All right, everybody, it's been a good show. I want to thank Fancy Rich for being here again.
Hey, yes. Thanks
Yes.
for having me, guys.
Fancy.
Mhm.
You know, good luck at that show tonight. You're doing
Yes, I gotta
All
go.
right. Good luck, girl.
Good
Yes,
fancy
thank
luck.
you.
raps.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Period.
Rapper.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But all right, everybody. For everybody out there watching, I always mess up this part. I don't know. All right.
In case you was busy or no, that's my fault.
Like, oh, that's me.
All right,
Wait.
everybody, it's been a good show. For everybody out there, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hey, gurus, this is the Lady Guru Show, and we are out of here.
Where my girls